Okay, I have no idea what this is gonna turn out into.
귀여워.
어이구.
Okay. So, I'm scared to edit this video.
Dude, I'm so sorry. I don't know what the vibes of this video is gonna be like. I think we're a little like a little wonky.
A little wonks.
Where's my phone? Why is everything so disorganized today? No, it's just an accurate portrayal of us. Oh, here it is.
I thought we got over this hurdle.
No, maybe third time's. What is it?
The charm.
Third time's the charm. Not today though, because today's just the second time. But hello, welcome back to our podcast. We are your host, Jenny
And Debbie.
Thank you so much for being back here with us on this
Snowy
lovely
day.
Oh yeah, it is snowing outside. Yeah, thank you for giving us this 1 hour of your time. We can't guarantee the vibes for today. It's a little.
She's a little off. The vibes are a little off.
The vibes are a little off today.
And we blame it on the snowy day.
We're a little disorganized.
Oh, is it my turn? Oh, sorry. Oh my god.
No, don't worry.
나 완전 까먹었어. Okay. So last video we talked about we ended with entering our late 20s. So today we're going to start off by talking about any anxieties or just feelings we have towards entering that stage of our
We're
life.
gonna go straight into it.
Just kidding. 잠깐만 우리 뭐 하는 거야? 잠깐만.
I thought we were gonna be like, hey, how have you been? Even though we just saw each other last night.
맞아. Actually, that's okay. Sorry. Okay, I'm gonna be like, hey, hi Jenny. So yeah, how have you been, Jenny?
Things could be better, I guess. But I don't want to jump straight into it. I'll jump straight into it. I got laid off this week.
Yeah, the vibes. I don't know what's happening. You know what it is? I think it's because 저번에 we did it at night,
Yeah.
so it was a little bit like
Cozy.
But right now we just woke up technically. So like, it's like we're kind of 정신없어. Like we're a little frazzled, but
yeah. Also, I think because last time we had like maybe like we talked for a lot longer before
Yeah.
we started this, so like
Yeah.
we had a lot of time to like rev up. But now we're just kind of like, I feel like we're just kind of
thrown into
to ourselves. But yeah, thank you for asking me.
귀여워.
Thank you for asking how I've been doing. Recent news is that I have been laid off. I think it was just due to budget cuts, and the team was restructuring and reorganizing, as they always use as their excuse. But I think overall I'll be fine. Like, I can touch bases on it later, but I feel good. I feel good.
So how recent was this?
Well, today's Saturday, and I got laid off Thursday, so.
So what were your emotions like per day, if you had to give one word to?
Okay, well, I got the email like right before Wednesday workday ended that I had a meeting with my CTO and HR. What time is it? Because she's starting. Oh, no wonder it's her meal time.
배고파.
We'll be right back.
And we're back.
And we're back. So basically, what I was saying. Oh yeah, so today's Saturday, and I got laid off on Thursday, but I got an email from HR Wednesday right before the workday ended, that I had a meeting with HR and CTO the next day, and at first, I don't know if I told you like in depth like what had happened or like what was going through my mind that time, but when I first got the email, I was kind of like, huh? Touch base? What does that mean? And I don't think I thought too much of it because I thought that maybe this was like a new way that we were doing end of year reviews, because we actually didn't do ours.
Mm-hmm.
And when I had asked HR back in November, like when we're gonna do our end of year reviews, they were like, oh, we're actually gonna do them in Q1 of 2025.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I was like, maybe like this is what it is. And I remember my last end of year review, which was back in 2023. Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy.
But I guess it just kind of goes to show like the company that I was at wasn't doing too well. Because basically what the end of year reviews were, they were for like your increases or merit increases,
Mm-hmm.
that kind of stuff. But yeah, when I had my last end of year review, like it, even though like the meeting was allotted 30 minutes, it wasn't actually 30 minutes. So that's why I thought like maybe it was my end of year review.
Also, initially you didn't think.
No, I had no idea. And I had the idea that like this could potentially be the meeting where I get laid off. That thought hadn't crossed my mind.
Oh, at that point, yeah.
At that point. And so I remember it was like 5:30 and I was like kind of hungry, so I was like reheating some pop, and I was just like sitting over there like eating with kimchi and stuff like that, and I was like eating so happily too. That's what I remember. I'm like, this is so tasty. And then I go back to work just to do a little bit more work, and then like for some reason all of a sudden the feeling kind of sets in, and I'm like, wait, hold up 1 second.
Something feels off.
It's like, wait, like am I naive right now to assume that it's nothing? And so that's when I had already texted like my friends and my brother that I got this ominous email, and my friends, they're more like, oh no, well, keep us updated on what happens. Whereas my brother, he was like asking for more details to like decipher like what exactly is going on, and then like later he called me, and I think like my phone call with my brother is when it really hit me, because I remember just like screaming into I was like not screaming, but I was screaming. I was screaming into a phone. I was like, "Fuck,"
With your brother?
with my brother.
Wait, what did you say? On the
He was
other?
just like on the other end listening.
Oh, 좋은 오빠야.
Yeah, and just like.
So that's when you knew, like that's when it settled in.
Yeah, because like I think I like to think about things in percentages. Like, how much does he like me? 90-10.
Also this too,
And
yeah.
for this too, so like I asked my brother Steven, like, what do you think? The percentage of like me getting loved, like, do you think it is what I think it is? And he was like, it's 90-10 that you're getting laid off, Jenny.
Ooh.
And then when I told him about the whole end of year review thing, he was like, okay, but still that brings it down to 80-20. And I started going into like a panic spiral, and I like started looking up on Reddit, like literally touch base HR CEO meeting. And all of the responses weren't good. So that's when I knew that the time has come. But the thing is, like, I was kind of anticipating it for the past year, if I'm gonna be honest. I was surprised that I didn't get laid off last year when everyone else was getting laid off. Because like I was really surprised that I managed to stay on. But
Yeah, because I remember you actually shared last year about like I have a fleeting memory of you mentioning getting laid off.
it's because like they were literally laying off so many people in our team last year.
Yeah, and then I remember like you were like, oh, it's probably gonna happen to me
At some point.
Yeah, and then you weren't like I remember, yeah, like you said that, but it didn't happen for like the next couple months.
It didn't happen until like this year.
Exactly.
So I survived for a whole year after, which I guess I'm like really thankful for, because like I was almost at my 3 years. And I think like especially in this economy, like in this job market, it's so hard for I can only speak for like tech, but it's so hard for actual entry level workers try to find entry level jobs right now. So like at least I have the 3 years under my belt, and I could put that on my resume. So for that, I'm like really thankful that like it wasn't cut off at like a year and a half, like it would have been last year. Yeah, or I guess 2 years, but yeah, I don't think the reality has completely set in because it's so new. But I'm like really looking forward to it. Like, I think I was like having such a hard time studying while also doing my full-time job was because like I felt like I wasn't giving my 100% to my full-time job, but I also wasn't giving my 100% to studying. But then to try to like make time for studying, that meant I also had to like cut out time for my friends and church. And so like I wasn't giving 100% to that either. So that's what made me feel so guilty, and I think like um it made me feel some way about myself. So I feel really glad that I can give 100% to studying now, and then 100% to church, and I have the time to meet my friends now. So yeah, that's good.
Wait, so do you think that now you're going to have that rhythm for yourself to study?
I have
Or-
to. I have no
yeah.
job.
No, but I
I
think
think like right now
yeah.
it's actually like make it break it, or like more like my fight or flight response is kicking in.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Because before it was more like you were on like
I'm
autopilot almost.
cruising.
Yeah.
But I think now like I'm gonna give myself until President's Day.
Oh, that's like in 2 days.
That's yeah, until Monday to just like really do nothing. So I think I'm just gonna like play some computer games on Monday, if I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, it's
But I think Tuesday is like when I'm gonna have to start like using my 9 to 5 just to study.
Are you scared though that you're not gonna have any motivation?
No. Because this is my livelihood.
So you're just like, I have to do this.
Yeah,
Like,
you have to.
Oh, so in a good way, it's like, I mean, in a way, it's a good thing.
Yeah,
Because,
I think so,
yeah.
because like that's what I mean by like the me not being able to give the 100%.
Mm.
Because like I mean, I guess like I have to give the 100% now because like I have to.
Mm-hmm.
But before there was always like my job was always my backup.
That's true.
And I could still envision myself being in that job until like maybe November or October. Even though, and I was thinking about that, I was like, oh, realistically, I'll probably be at this job until like October or November. But I don't really like that either.
Oh.
Because like I was already so checked out last year by the way that like there was no leadership.
Yeah.
Everything was in shambles. People were leaving left and right on their own volition / getting laid off. Like it just wasn't the same company that I saw when I first joined.
Mm-hmm.
So I think like, and I was already planning to quit anyways.
So I actually have a question that can segue to our late 20s question.
Okay.
But technically, like, when you like on paper you're unemployed and you're like laid off, right? As someone who's 27, gonna be, I'm gonna just say we're 27 at this point. We're 27. As a 27-year-old, just looking at it kind of like from a zoomed out perspective, how does that make you feel? Especially in I don't know, but it can be different because your close circles, I think usually how they treat it helps, because I think like, yeah, like depending on if you were in like a toxic environment, people are like, oh, you don't have a job, you know, or
you know what I think is really screwed. What if she like changes the volume? 괜찮은 거지? Okay.
안 꺼졌지?
Yeah, I think this is like what's a little like screwed up, but it's just like how the world is right now.
Mm-hmm.
But my friend's boyfriend,
Mm-hmm.
he's like 28. I don't know if I think he's already turned 28 actually, but he's gotten laid off like 3 times or so already in his career.
Wow,
So
and he's
that's
28.
like, yeah, so that means literally he got laid off like every 2 years.
Dang.
I guess like fortunately for him, like because you know like with tech jobs you kind of have to like study to interview, so that he's able to just like, you know, prep for interview and then get a job. But like he's also so conversational, and like I can just see him doing so well in interviews. So I think like he has that strength. And also like my own friend got laid off last year. And like you just see it happening so often around you, so that I don't feel like an anomaly.
Oh,
so I
okay,
feel like in
that's
that
good.
sense it gives me a little bit of comfort.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say, I think it does kind of tie into the whole late 20s thing, because like imagine if this, like I think about it, I'm like, imagine if this happened to me in my early 20s, I think I would have taken it so much more personally.
Oh yeah.
I'd be like, oh, it's because like I'm not a good worker.
Yeah.
Like I think I would have have all these other thoughts, but like right now I'm just kind of like, it's the way of the world. It is what it is.
Mm. So you're able to separate that experience from like how you view yourself or how that affects you.
Yeah, I don't think this layoff particularly like affects me in any personal way.
Oh, that's
Like I'm
really
not
good.
feeling like I'm inadequate.
Oh, yeah, no, I think that's so, because I know somebody last year who got laid off, and they took it very personally, and it took them months to get out of that like dark spot.
Oh wait, can you give me like a quick insight into like how she felt?
So basically, it was her first job,
Yeah.
and so it was, and this friend was very career oriented, so she always had like, so she has a clear goal of wanting to buy a house. That's her like ultimate.
Oh.
Yeah, back in California. So she was always focusing on saving, and she lives with her parents to save. So she had that goal always. And then even during like when she worked, it was always like the mindset of I need to get the promotion. Like, and then the way she talked and approached like meetings or like her coworkers, there was always an agenda for her. And then when things were not going a certain way or she felt like she was being stagnant in the slightest, she would bring it up to her manager and be like, oh, what can I do more,
Oh.
but then she was kind of like running towards that goal, and then like last minute she gets laid off.
But it wasn't because of her performance though, right?
It wasn't, but she gets laid off, but then that was her job was tied to her dream.
And I think it's tied to her identity.
Exactly. Yeah. So when she got laid off, it was almost like somebody just like took her dream and like threw it in the trash can.
Actually though, like it's like taking your identity, like this is who you are, but now you're not that anymore. So who are you? I can see how like it would send her into a spiral.
No, exactly. Because some people, jobs are part of their identity. Yeah. And then they carry, whether it's like pride or even like shame, it's part of who they are.
Yeah.
But so that's why I'm like, for you to go through that experience and kind of able to separate that, I think that's, and you haven't been laid off before.
No, but this is the thing though. Like I don't think I'm very career oriented. I just do it because I have to. Like I just think a job is a means to like the life that I want. And I think like I know I should be chasing after promotions and all that, but then like I don't know. But I think also I'm in that sense not as ambitious as other people as I should be. But also I think to myself like, do I really have to? I don't know if this is who I am.
Wait, ambitious, like making more money ambitious?
Making more money, climbing that career ladder, like all of that kind of stuff. Like I'm just kind of more like I'm just gonna do my work, and as I keep doing my work, if I get promoted, great. I mean, I should be getting promoted.
Yeah.
But it's not like I'm working towards like racing towards to get a promotion. It's just like I will gladly accept it, and I do expect it on my way, but it's not something that I'm like charging towards.
Wait, why would you say that you're not a career oriented person?
Because I really don't care about work.
Wait, but I have a question. Do you think that it's also could be the case because you're not, like, imagine like you had a job that you really wanted to do. Would you then call yourself a career oriented person?
I don't think so.
Oh.
Because I still like my job, like software engineering. I still really enjoy it, and I think it fits very well with my lifestyle.
Yeah.
But to me, like a job is a job. It's never gonna give me the same fulfillment as I do when I spend time with my friends or like with my family.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay, so that's what you mean. It's like a means just to for the life you want to live.
Yeah.
Oh, and then you don't want like a luxurious, like crazy life either. So it's not like you need.
No, I don't think I ever really. I just really wanted like a. I don't know how to say this in English, but like a sobakan. Like life, right? Like a cozy, small,
yeah. Compact. What's the word? A little,
right?
Yeah.
Like simple, but it's like it's a positive connotation.
Yeah.
And I think I always just wanted that. Oh my god, there was like this is kind of off. Like this is a little bit. What is it? Tangential, off tangent. But there was like this photo that I saw, and it's basically like, there are people in a subway car, and there's a man's back, and then there's one arm that's going around his back. So you see one arm in the back, and there's a tiny little arm on his leg.
Oh.
And then the caption was like, "This man is the wealthiest." And I saw that, I was like, "Oh my goodness."
So that like hit home for you. You're like,
yeah, that's what I want.
Yeah. We're just simple girls. We don't want too much, but life gives us too much.
I think it makes us think that we need this, we need this, we need this.
Yeah.
When in actuality, I would be perfectly fine with just. I mean, there's obviously a couple things that you do need. I don't think I can.
Oh yeah.
I don't think I can have a relationship in this studio apartment.
A relationship in the studio apartment?
In a studio apartment.
What do you mean?
Like, it's too close quarters.
Oh, you mean you don't want to live with somebody in a studio?
Yeah.
I see. Oh, I do.
I know. We talked about it last night.
Yeah. No, but I see.
But that's what I think. Like, I want like the simple life, but like comfortable, like not simple, so that like I'm still experiencing annoyances here and there. But I feel like that's also super privileged to think that. Like, I just want a simple life.
Well,
just I don't want to be the
here and there, just a little prod.
Oh yeah, I just okay.
No, but I do. No, I kind of agree with you though. I kind of have. I think I'm also very not career oriented, to a fault sometimes, because I should be, like I took my level 1 CFA exam and I should be interviewing, but my excuse is I'm gonna study for level 2 and then and then start applying.
When do you have to take your test again?
So it's in May, but I'm gonna push it.
Oh really?
I'm gonna push it to August, because I can technically pass if I do the same thing I did last year and don't talk to anybody and shut the door and study. Yes, yeah. But then now I literally can't, because like I'm serving, and like I don't want to do that thing again where I have to like shut all my friends out. And
I know.
Yeah,
that's
and
exactly like what I thought I had to do.
No, but I do have to say, I think when push comes to shove, there are moments when you should be doing that. But I think
it takes a toll.
Yeah, it takes a toll, definitely. You have to know the consequences of your decisions. And sometimes like you can consider something an investment, but sometimes I realized at that moment I really needed that. But with my level 2, I'm like, no, I think right now where I'm at with my friends, like I want to invest in that more. Yeah, invest more in my relationships, my community, my like how I serve at church, my faith. And I don't want to just all throw that and just like put this on pause, so.
Good choice. With the limited time and energy that we do have as we're getting older, I mean, I already been thinking this way about life a couple of years ago, but I really feel like I'm playing a Sims game. Have you ever played Sims?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right? Obviously there's like a finite number of hours even in the game.
Mm-hmm.
So you're like, okay, what? But like, I want to make. I was gonna say, I want to make babies with this character.
No, but we did. I wanted to. I was like, with this man.
But like in the game, but in order to get to that point, get to that level with that other character, you need to like invest your time, like trying to get more friendly with him, try to create that romantic bond. And then at the same time, because like there's so many different packs out now that like you can go to like college or something like that. So then you also have to study.
Oh, whoa.
And I constantly think like, okay, so if I'm spending time with my friends, obviously my enjoyment, my happiness meter goes up. But what am I losing in the process?
Exactly, yeah.
Like it's gonna be like money, time, energy. But that's just a thought that I had about. I don't know. I think about Sims too often.
Wait, was that one of your points?
No.
Oh.
I do have a couple points that I wrote down to talk about entering our late 20s, which is the main topic of today. I know we spent a couple minutes talking about my layoff, but yeah, I think we could talk about entering our late 20s now.
So, kind of going back to our podcast title of Sorry to Burst Your Bubble. Yeah, anything that burst your bubble recently or even in the past as you're like getting older.
Yeah, I think it's
Um,
definitely like recently this, because we're 26 now, going into 27. Um, just I honestly, I wouldn't say even last year around this time I was having these thoughts, but maybe like literally the last couple months that I was having these thoughts. I mean, it kind of goes back to like what we were talking about earlier, but this like this I okay, the second point that I wrote down here. I don't know how to begin this.
Are they
I
all
enjoy.
Oh no, go ahead.
I enjoy the slowness of life and the little things way more to me now. But I think it goes back to like the simple life and like having a cozy little life. I think when I was younger, like obviously time feels different, but now because time is zooming by so fast, when something does feel slow or I'm just able to like really just be in the moment and just like, oh, like only 10 minutes has passed. Amazing. Like that feels so good to me. And I end up like craving that moment. And I wish I could wake up earlier in the morning so that I can like have that 6 o'clock in the morning coffee as I stare out into the sunset, reading like a couple chapters of this book. But I know that I'll never be able to wake up that early. So that can't be my reality. But then like I envision it and I want that and I love that vision itself.
Wait, a slower paced life.
Yeah.
Oh, so like you said, the little things.
And it's like the little things, yeah. Because I think when I was younger, and then let's say that like my friends did something, I would have been like, oh, but isn't this what friends do? Because that's all we have, like friends. And at that time, like a lot of people aren't in serious relationships. So obviously friends are a priority. But now that we're older, like we all know like we have other priorities, like bigger priorities. So like when a friend does do something for you, it's like so touching.
Because like on top of their own life and responsibilities, they
Yeah.
made time and space for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like the smallest tiny things.
Like Chian's flower.
Yeah, like Gian's flower. Like that touched me so much. Or even like
Christina's cooking.
the boys
The boys
singing.
Oh, good. Okay, I wasn't there, but that was crazy. Oh my goodness, that was. They did that for the girls.
They did that for the
Valentine.
for the small group girls, but like it
That's
was
so
just
sweet.
so sweet. And I think it's because I know how like stoic men are usually. For them to like go out of their way and like come out of their bubble to do that for us, I thought it was like so endearing and so kooky but so cute. Yeah, I think it's like the slowness of life that I think I really enjoy nowadays. And also I know you would really empathize with me on this, but like getting home early.
Ooh, that hit my soul, girl. Yes, speak on it, Jenny. Preach.
It's just like now I love to get home early and have the time, because I think it takes me about an hour from like washing up, getting into my bed, watching maybe a YouTube video or two, and then like finally drifting off to sleep. I don't want to be rushed. Like, don't rush me. But I think in general, like I don't want to be rushed in anything. Like I will take my time, let me do it. But yeah, and also like for some reason getting home like oh my god, because I got home like at 1 o'clock in the morning last night, right, basically, right? And I was like walking through the streets at like 12:30, and I did not like it.
Why?
I did not like it one
scary.
bit. No, it's not scary, but it's just like the air is different.
I know what yeah.
And I was like, I'm out so late. What am I doing?
Wait, so is it more because you want to unwind, or is it more because it affects your schedule the next day, or both?
I think it's the schedule. I think it's the schedule a bit more. Because
Okay.
it pushes everything back.
It does. It does.
And I feel so bad if like I wake up, even waking up at 10 o'clock in the morning, it's like I feel like it's late. Right?
It is. Because you wake up at 10, and then you like
And then
eat
you
breakfast.
just do a
and
little
then-
bit and then it's already 1 o'clock.
Yeah. Your day's like it's gone.
Yeah. So that's why I also don't like coming home too late and then sleeping too late. And in that kind of ties in with like what the first point that I ever wrote when I was thinking about this is I don't have to pretend to enjoy clubbing.
Oh, you never enjoyed clubbing?
I think it was more so like I do enjoy it, but it's
Oh.
like very once in a while.
Oh,
But
okay,
I think, and also like I realize like I'm healthy enough to realize that like I only enjoy clubbing because like I was seeking something chaotic. I don't think it was actual clubbing itself that I enjoyed, but it was like chaos that I enjoyed that I just wanted to like unleash, or just like I'm feeling so like a little bit down or a little bit like I can't control my life right now. So then I would go seek out something chaotic, and that like if I go to a club and then like you dance with someone, right, then it's kind of like you're dancing with someone, like you're in control of that, you're in control of what happens that
Oh, so
night.
you're in control of the chaotic situation.
Yeah.
Shoot, dang. Wait, when did you realize that, man?
I think it was like maybe like last year or 2 years ago. It's probably 2 years ago though.
That's-
That part. But I don't think I really like actualized it until recently.
But okay, but like in a separate question, did you like dancing and just having fun though? Like not
Yeah.
그것도 it's fun.
It is fun, but then it takes a toll as well. Cause then also like I truly love like our little yap sessions like last night, like talking. You know, that has so much more substance than like just going out and dancing. I think if it's the goal to like meet someone at a club, like everyone has their own, like if that's what you want, like that's fine, because that's what I used to be like too. But the only way that I would probably go to a club now is like if I bring my friends with me.
Oh, just for the girls to have fun.
For the girls to have fun.
Yeah.
And then so like we're all dancing together.
I see.
But it's just like you dance with someone new, you have fun, but that fun and that happiness is fleeting and it's temporal.
Wait, so after, let's say you go to that club, right? Have you ever, after you, because you said you realized 2 years ago, right? Have you been to a club since then?
I've been to a club last year. It was after Eunice's party.
Oh yeah. I remember. No, okay, so I'll refer to that one then. So this happened after you realized that, oh, this is what I do.
Oh.
Right? So when you went to the club and you came back home, did you feel like
It felt empty.
but was that the first time it felt empty, or before then?
No, before then it felt empty too.
Oh, but so you.
That's what I'm saying. But I thought because I'm young, like this is what I should be doing. Every girl is going out there clubbing, and I should be doing this. Or it's also things like you have to do it when you're young. Like that's what people always say. Like not just clubbing, but then
Yeah.
people are saying like things about like other, like they say that about other things. Like you have to do it. Like date a lot when you're young.
Yeah.
Have a lot of fun when you're young.
Yeah, you have to do it all when you're young.
When you have to do it all when you're young.
Yeah.
So that's what I thought that I had to do.
Oh.
That like I had to go clubbing because it's just something that you do as a early 20 girls.
Wait, so okay, if you were to go back to chaotic Jenny era, would you be like sit her down? Like, are you thankful that you went through that? Because now because you know, or would you rather go back and be like chaotic Jenny, take a seat, calm down?
I think it's a mixture of both.
Oh wait, why would you want to be like calm down? What side of you?
I don't think I realized how I felt. Like I was just doing things, but then like I never really took the moment to like actually sit down with my feelings and emotions and like think like, why do I feel this way? Why do I think I have to do this? I have a bunch of other friends who don't do that, and I don't think of them any differently. But like, why do I feel like I have to do this?
I see.
And I think like I just want to just like shake her, like, or not shake her, just be like console her, like.
I'm gonna cry. Not today, girl. I've been crying too much lately.
But like that was the first point that I wanted to bring up, or actually I guess like say in today's episode, is not just with clubbing, but there's a lot of things that I feel like I don't have to pretend to enjoy. Yeah.
Do you still do that?
No.
Oh.
Because like even like okay, so like I know like some people some people are going to a Noctu concert in March, and they're like, you should come with. I'm like, I mean I guess I know it will be fun because I'm gonna be with my friends, but like at the same time, like it's not gonna give me the joy that fulfills me anymore.
Oh my God, Jenny! I feel like you're like a grandma Jenny version of yourself. Like when I first met you, I think like you were so like I think I knew you as a very I already talked about this, but like a very extroverted, like social. So like not like it's particularly related to clubbing and like concerts at general, but my thing was, oh, like if there's an opportunity of a social event, like Jenny's probably there. She's probably gonna say yes. You know what I mean? Like regardless of what the situation or event is. But to hear you're like, girl, you what happened in these like if you think about it, it hasn't been that much time. It's been like a year and a half. And
but I think the thing is, like, I went to a couple of raves last year, and then like obviously I think it might have been different because like previously I always went with my ex, and it was more like a couple activity, so like obviously the vibes were different, and I'm going with my friends. But I hate it, like not having enough room. Your body keeps getting pushed around, and you have to stand up for so long.
oh,
And you're at this point, like you're drinking a lot, and like when you're in that atmosphere, like you also don't remember to drink a lot of water as much as you should. Well, I really am sounding like a grandma.
see, that's what I'm saying. I think like my biggest shock is that your extroverted energy it became like so like.
No, but I think I'm extroverted still, but like it's, I like to show my extroversion in like different avenues now.
In avenues you care about.
Yeah, or avenues where I actually do have fun.
Yeah.
Like I want to have fun, and of course, like I want to dance with my friends and all that stuff. But why can't the clubbing end at 10? Like why?
Amen. Why not 10,
why does
guys?
it have to end at like 2:00 in the morning? Like
Yeah.
I don't understand.
End at 10 so we can go to bed.
End at 10 or 9. Like then I would so be down.
Yeah.
But then if it's like a darty, then like I would definitely be there. But I think it's just the time. Yeah. I don't think I could do late night activities anymore.
Nope. Oh, that was me from elementary school.
No, but it's good that you recognize that at least. Like I feel like that was always me, but then I always try to push myself to be someone that I wasn't, which is why like I was having such a hard time trying to keep up. And then now that I'm like older, I don't have to force myself to.
Oh, okay.
To be who I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you feel like you have any like epiphanies now that we're here?
Oh. Okay, there's like two that I can think of.
Yeah.
I'll go with the lighthearted one first.
Okay.
So kind of along the lines of what you said, but I think now, like less is way more. Like friends, give me less. Like not in that way.
You could have a closer circle of friends and you'd be fine.
Yeah, because I think just like you said, like when we're younger, right? It's all about the game of popularity. Like I have this many friends, and like, or like we don't have to be friends, but at least I know who you are. I know your name, like you know. And then, like obviously college, that was the game was to have most friends, you know. And like as an adult, I'm like, yeah, I think not that I ever got to the point of being like, oh my god, I need to have so many friends, but I think I always felt that pressure, so I would always force myself to be friends with someone that I know I don't vibe with, or yeah, but it's like I would force it so that they can like me, and that they can, you know, and that we can be friends, like I can be called their friend. But like now I'm like, bro, like you don't like me, like I don't like you.
Yeah, like if you don't vibe, you don't vibe.
Yeah,
that's
like
fine.
yeah. And then before I used to also take that so personally. I'd be like, oh, you don't like me, like
what's wrong with me?
I'm like, oh my god. And now I'm like, what you said, it's like I don't think it's more like I don't like you anymore, but I think we recognize sometimes vibes just clash.
Yeah.
And that's has nothing to do with me liking you or disliking you. It's just like we don't work, you know.
But do you think it's also because like when you were younger, like the circle, your world is just smaller, and now that we're older, you just know that there's so many people out there in the world that like you don't have to become friends with this one person, because you're probably gonna find friends in other places and other times of your life too. But then we don't have that sense of like we're not able to foresee that far into the future when we're younger.
Yeah. And then also it's like when you're younger, popularity and like friends meant everything. And now we're like,
I don't care if I'm disliked. I mean, not that degree,
but it's like, but it's also like because our time is limited. I don't wanna like give up time that I have right now that I could be giving to my close friends.
That you truly care about.
Yeah, to be like faking a relationship with someone just to be liked and called their friend, you know. But that's, yeah, I think so. Right now, I'm like, yeah, less friends, the better. And then less, like, even with like aspirations too. I think younger me would be like, okay, kind of like you. I'm like, oh, I have to be at this point in this life, like at this point in my life. I need to be making this much. But they were never things I wanted. Like I could care less about. So less of that. So I think, yeah, like in terms of like what's the word? Selfishness? No.
Maybe it's just more like you're recognizing, you're really coming to terms with who you are.
Yeah.
I don't think it's really selfishness.
No, but I think I'm trying to, because when you're younger, yeah, it's not selfish, but when you're younger, I think if I had a basket, like I would constantly be trying to fill this basket when I'm younger, right? With things like with trash. I just trying to fill it.
Oh,
yeah.
like
So I'm just like,
period.
Yeah, fill it like with anything and everything like in the way.
Yeah.
Now I'm just like, I just want to keep it at a level that I can
carry.
Yeah, I can like.
Oh,
yeah.
That's such a good analogy.
Yeah.
So
So
like if the basket gets heavier, like of course it's filled, you're happy that it's filled, but then like it's heavy to carry around.
Exactly, because when it's full, other people are like, "Oh my god, it's full! Like you have a full basket." But like for me to carry that, bro, I'm like,
also because like we don't have the physical. Physical energy anymore to carry
I don't have the physical strength or stamina to carry that.
That's so true. Like let's say that like if you were to fill up your basket with like small little chicks, like little birdies,
Beep beep beep.
then there's like 6 of them, then you would see those 6 like so adorable and so cute, and then you're my entire world. But let's say that there's like 40 of them in the basket.
Yeah. Then it's like you can't even enjoy one.
Yeah. Oh.
So less is more, guys.
Less is more.
Less is more.
Yeah. But then do you think that like if someone were to tell you this, because the thing is, this topic is so widely talked about, right? Like on the internet, off the internet.
Well, entering our late 20s? Or?
Yeah. And I remember when I was like 18 or 19, just thinking about entering my 20s period, I would come across these videos and I would always be like, oh, that's too far away. I don't want to listen to this right now.
Yeah.
And when I did listen to it, they all sounded like sound advice and very mature advice, or just very mature experiences. And I'm like, okay, yeah. So do you think that like if you were to go back and like tell your younger self all your experiences now and give her advice, do you think that she would have listened to you?
Oh hell no!
Right?
I'd be like, who's this ugly? I'm just kidding. Ugly old grandma. No, but kind of okay. This can get a little bit sad, but you know how you said you just want to go back and tell that like like I think at the end of the day we just wanted to be loved, like in friends, because
reassured.
Yeah, like having, because back then, like if you had like let's say 1 or 2 friends, that equaled like you weren't loved, or like you know what I mean. But if I had like more friends, like to other people I was showing I'm loved, and to myself too, I'm like, okay, I have this many friends, that proves that I'm loved. Or
friends were currency back then.
They really were. And then like even with like schooling, right? Like studying,
like academics.
Yeah, like if I was good at it, right, and then I got that affirmation, it's like that in a way is like I'm giving love, like constant like love.
Oh, and you're oh my god, you're so right, because all the things that you're mentioning right now is like coming from external.
Yeah,
sources.
I'm just like yeah. So we're just trying to fill this empty like lack of love, which sounds like I didn't receive any love from my parents, which they gave me.
I think it's more so that like you don't, like when you're younger, you don't really talk about self-love.
Yeah.
I guess that was last month's topic. But
yeah, so.
But like, yeah, you don't really get taught the concept of self-love or anything like that, so you just naturally seek it from other places. Or I think maybe it's also because like our parents growing up when we were super young, they're always like, oh, oh, you're so pretty, you're so cute. Yeah, da, 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 da. So it's just natural for us, I think, to also then seek that out. Like, you're so this, you're so that.
Yeah. Look, we need to hear it through words.
Other people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For us to feel that internally.
Yeah. But
Yeah, so what I would want to do is I want to go, like, if I could go back, let's say, talk to Deb, I think I would just, like hug her and, like, let her know she's loved, you know? Because I think that's what I was craving, like that, oh, that's 사랑해줘, like, love me, you know? So.
I just remember thinking I was so grown up. Like, when I was 21.
Oh, wait, why?
I think it was because I was at my friend, like my family friend's house, and she was doing the dishes, and I was 17 at the time. And I remember I thought I was super grown up already at 17 compared to like 13.
Okay.
And also I was like junior year of high school. Like the end of high school was near. It was like right there in front of my eyes. And I think it's also like I had a boyfriend at that time, so I was kind of like,
oh, you're like, I got everything.
I got everything in the world. Good grades, good looking boyfriend. And I remember when I was at the family friend's house, the family friend was doing the dishes, and she's 4 years older than me, so like she was 21 at the time. And I remember looking at her and I was like, she's doing the dishes. She's so grown up.
Oh, and you felt like a baby?
And at that point, I was like, oh, I guess like I'm 17. I thought I was old, but like I'm not old. She's 21. She's so mature. So then when I got to be 21, I was like, I'm so mature.
Oh, because it was like
That was the
image.
memory that I had of a 21-year-old.
Doing the dishes.
I know. Doing the dishes. I don't know what it was about. Like it was like I think it was she had like an apron on or something.
Yeah.
And then like she was just like quietly and diligently doing the dishes.
That does seem like an old person task.
But like compared to like maybe like I would have like maybe turned on music and like been dancing to the music and like doing the dishes, but then she literally like the way it was just like,
Oh my god, sounds like
it just looked mature to me.
yeah. Wait, you know what it sounds? It sounds like as you get older, you just get quieter, or like.
But isn't that also a good thing? I guess I see it as a good thing.
But I think it's good, but I can also see it as you're just so 지쳤어. You know? Because I'll give you an example, like the dishes example.
Yeah.
I'm a chaotic person too, so I love turning on music and like. So if I were to do the dishes right now, I'd like turn the speakers on. I'd be like, oh my god, and like washing the dishes. But there's some days where I'm like, I need complete silence.
Me too.
Yeah.
Even nowadays, like I used to love listening to music when I work, and now I'm kind of like, oh, I can't work.
I'm like
quiet. It's too much.
Yeah. So maybe something related to that, where it's like, just life becomes too much.
We're too overstimulated.
Yeah. So like in certain areas, you just have to like bring that down.
Okay, then I'm gonna throw a question back to you. Do you think it's actually our age, like we're getting older, that we're feeling that overstimulation, or do you think it's our generation? Because I feel like overstimulation is the foundation of our generation, because we're so connected to the internet. There's so many things that we could have at the tips of our fingertips, like at our fingertips, right?
Okay, if you say it like that, I think I would have to say more generational. Because story. I used to babysit a lot in
High school?
in in the first 2 years of college.
Oh.
Yeah. And so I babysat a lot.
Wait, where are you is your family from like SF area?
No.
Or LA?
My family's lives in Irvine.
Also in South California.
Yeah.
SoCal. Why did I say
South California.
South California.
Yeah. So I used to babysit a lot, and then I babysat a 4th grader, and I was basically his Sunday school teacher, and I babysat him, but he was wildly precocious. Like,
wait, if you were how old? 2019?
I don't know years, man. I was like the first year of college, which I don't know how old.
Wait, so maybe like 19. And how old was he? You said 4th grade?
Yeah.
9. 10 years difference. Wait, why?
I was only 10 years older than that guy, that little baby.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Shut up. Okay, anyway, yeah, continue.
So that means that they're probably around like 17 in high school. Also, they're Gen Alpha.
Dude, but okay, so, but see, this culture shock, because when I was babysitting him, his mom would be like, oh, like he has to study all these things like math, whatever. And I'm like, okay, like I can help. And then we would be doing it together, and then we would get into these like deep conversations. Like, mind you, he's in 4th grade, man.
Yeah.
And then he would like ask me questions about like existential questions that like I would think about in like maybe high school.
Wait,
or,
were they like religious existential questions or
some
just like general?
like I think some lean toward religious, but more were general, and a lot of them were relational.
Oh.
Yeah, but
As
not
a 4th grader?
Yeah, and then I was kind of like, oh, interesting. And then if you go to his room, he had a lot of like dark artwork that he made. So there would be a lot of blood. There would be a lot of like just gory stuff. But I learned that he wanted to be a movie director. He wants to be the movie director that I don't know his name, but then he did the what's his frig? Oh, you know what? So anyway, but he wanted to direct a.
Wait, what movie did that director make?
I don't know. It's like I know the cover. It's like there's ice on it. Okay.
Ice Age?
No. It was
Wait, imagine if like that kid
Steven
has like gory pictures and then he wants to make Ice
Yeah,
Age.
he's like, I just want to do
Like,
like
I
little
want to make
ice.
Ice
Yeah.
Age. Steven Spielberg?
Yeah, Steven Spielberg. Yeah.
Ice?
You know the one with like it's like mountain and there's like that like coarse looking guy. Sorry.
You have to. We're
Sorry,
looking up on Google later.
I'm so sorry. But I'm not a movie person, as you can tell. But that movie is like everybody knows it. So, but he wanted to be a movie director, and then his favorite movie was It. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. Like I'm sorry.
It would have just come out.
Yeah. So his favorite movie was It, and like he had top 5 movies, and they were all like either horror or whatever. But then he had like artwork that was all like creepy, and I would like go into his room, and there was like this eerie. Yeah, but then the thing is, he couldn't go to the bathroom by himself. So then because
his favorite movie is It.
Yeah. So like in the end of the day, he is a kid. He's a 4th grader.
Wow.
But when he would go to the bathroom, I would have to like stand outside the door, and I would have to like talk to him to reassure him that I was there, or like, and I would have to like knock or sing or do something to like remind him like, look, I'm not gonna leave you alone, you know.
Yeah. Like social workers, when they the first thing that they do, or like one of the first things that they do, that is to like ask children to just draw for them.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
that shows so much about the inner workings of their mind. It
I
was
heard-
a similar situation. Oh.
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 But I had just. Oh, card is full.
Ah. Christopher Nolan.
That was my next one.
He's the one that made the Ice movie, guys. Aha. Dunkirk? No, just kidding. Wait, I think it was Dunkirk. Does Dunkirk has snow? Fact check, guys. I was entirely wrong on all fronts. So it's not Steven Spielberg. It's Christopher Nolan. And it was not ice. It was debris. So it was the movie Dunkirk. So if y'all watch Dunkirk, give them a high five. Because I thought that was
really
snow.
wanted it to be Ice Age. Yeah. But anyways, what about him? What about the little boy?
Oh, no, yeah. So he was like oddly precocious, like too old for his age kind of thing. And because he asked like questions that I wondered like in high school, you know, as a 4th grader. And yeah, I asked him like, where did these come from? And he's like, oh, like YouTube. And I'm like, oh. And like, yeah. And it was crazy because I used to, again, I was the Sunday school teacher for 4th, 5th graders, and they would ask me questions. Sometimes they would be inappropriate questions because they're just like boys being boys. But sometimes like inappropriateness. I'm like, bro, like I didn't even know that till I was like in college or high school.
You mean like cock-a-doodle-doo?
Like cock-a-doodle-doo. If you know, you know. Anywho, but yeah, and then I would ask them like, where did you hear this? And they're like, I don't know what it means, but we heard it on like YouTube. And I'm like, what, you know? So I think all this, the simulation we're talking about, or stimuli, whatever.
Overstimulation.
Yeah, I think it's kicking into gear things way too early.
I agree.
Yeah.
And also like on top of that, like just the chemicals in our food. Oh my goodness. I was so surprised because you know how like Beyonce won the Grammys or like the best artist album of the year or something like that. I thought Blue Ivy was like 15 or 16 years old.
How?
She's 13.
Oh yeah. Oh my god. And then
her, like,
what
chestal appendages are like pushed up to the max over here.
So I'm gonna call off camera for that. Chestal appendages. What the heck? No, I was so shocked too. I think she looked. Honestly, I'll be honest. She looked 20 in that photo.
She did. I don't know if it's like the makeup, but the reason why I say carried herself like earlier was because like there was like this TikTok that I saw, and it was basically the moment that Beyonce won. And Beyonce's going like,
yeah,
and and then I feel like most 13-year-old teenagers would be like, oh, my God, but like she was like more like
so poised.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And I don't know if it's because like she got so much media training done, you know, and obviously she is the daughter of Beyonce and Jay-Z, but like it just made me so sad to see that.
Wait, what does that have to do with food poisoning? Or not? Sorry, not poisoning. You guys, come again.
I mean, I guess if you think about it that way, the government is poisoning our food to like make us mature much faster at a faster age. But it just goes to like it's just everything. It's not just like social media, but it's like the things that we consume that I think is like aging our little children much faster than they should be. And I don't think though like we were also not victims of that. Like I think we definitely were victims of that too, like our generation. Because YouTube was so like I guess like it wasn't as popular and it wasn't as prevalent and social media wasn't really there. But
no, it definitely did hit us when we were like in high school, middle school.
I think like everything shifted for us in high school, yeah.
Yeah.
But even when before then, like in middle school and elementary school, like I remember thinking, or definitely in middle school, like when I would read like Just 14, like J14 magazine. Do you know what that is? Like Teen Bop, Teen Beat. Oh god.
What is all this? Teen Bop Boop.
It's just like teen magazines.
Oh, I read teen. It was always about like Harry Styles and like One Direction.
Oh, for me, like I think I always skip to the pages for Zac Efron.
Also, I think I would always read it at the Byung-shin at the hair salon.
For me, it was like at the supermarket when, like,
yeah.
But like all like even in those, there would be like they would show in those teen magazines of like adults like Paris Hilton wearing like skimpy outfits, so then like you think like, oh, this is what I should be doing even though I'm young and I still have like a whole entire decade to enjoy that.
Yeah
But what were we saying about the overstimulation?
As adults we're so overstimulated, we need to like bring things down to zero.
Oh yeah. But what was overstimulation. I think we need to find a way to like loop it back to overstimulation.
Oh, sorry. Overstimulation. Oh, okay. So, basically, our conclusion,
our research findings,
is that as you get older and you're entering your 27 age, like us, basically, the one word is overstimulation.
I wouldn't consider that the one word.
And then the next word
is that what you want to go with?
No, I just was trying to figure out a way to
loop it back to overstimulation. I think we're stuck here.
We're
overstimulated by
the stimulation. Okay, we can. The conversation ended. Let's pick it up. So, any last thoughts on for entering your 20s for you? Like anything out of those 5 points you didn't talk about that is a little like
I mean, I think like we talked a lot about like how entering our 20s, our late 20s, was kind of a paradigm shift. At least it was for me. But I wouldn't necessarily say that any of the changes that I feel like I'm going through right now are bad. I think like the whole we want the quietness. Maybe it's because we are overstimulated, or maybe it's because we are getting older. Like I don't mind that either. Like I actually really do enjoy the quiet now. Yeah, and again, like I said earlier, like I enjoy it when things are slower. So it gives me time to like really appreciate the moment that I am and the thing that I'm experiencing at the moment.
Mhm.
And I think I'm like just like really looking forward to. And there's like a huge part of being late 20s as a single woman that I wanted to touch upon, but like we didn't have enough time for that.
I think that could be like the next video.
Maybe you could do like societal pressures as
A woman
man versus woman. Yeah.
Also, we should bring a man then.
We should bring in a man.
If you're a man, start shaking in your pants.
What?
Yeah, sorry, shaking in your boots, not pants. I'm so sorry. Wait, I'm so sorry. Do not shake in your pants. Wait, I'm gonna cut that out real good, babe. Start shaking in your boots. Oh my god, dude. Time. Okay, anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, there was a whole topic of, being a single woman and entering your late 20s that we didn't get to touch upon, but maybe that's something that we could do for next time. I will say, like, there are societal pressures that I obviously feel, but I think also it kind of balances it out, because I'm also thinking, like, it's okay to go at my pace. And it's okay to, like, now that I know who I really am, like, I feel like I don't really necessarily have to rush to make anything happen, whether that's career, whether that's love. So that's why I think, like, the pressures that I do feel like do also get balanced out by the wisdom that I've accrued from going through early and mid 20s. But, like, how do you feel? Do you feel like it's necessarily a bad thing that we're entering this period of our life, or you're feeling hopeful?
I think I'm feeling very hopeful. I think what you said earlier I think it's just a process of knowing more about ourselves and like finding our identities, that we don't have to, make decisions that we normally wouldn't in our, if we were just holistically ourselves and nothing else. Yeah, so I think it's very good. I think it's just like a journey of learning how to be more ourselves, basically, at the end of the day. Yeah, and not like compromise for, I don't know, affection, love, or like wanting to be seen a certain way, reputation,
Do you think that there's going to be more of the knowing who you are and finding out who you are in the next 3 years? Or do you think you've done already a lot of it and you have like a pretty good idea of who you are? Like, how much of that journey do you think is finished?
Oh, I'm getting started.
Oh,
I started yesterday, guys. I started 30 seconds ago, man. I have 45 more years to go, man.
Oh, okay. So you're not even like.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think
you're still walking over to the starting line.
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah, personally for me. Like, I think I know who I am, but I think I'm not yet good at. I'm still like giving into like pressure in certain ways.
I know, me too.
Yeah.
But I think that's like human nature.
Wait, so do you think that you're at the starting line then? Or like, where do you think you're at?
I think I'm at the starting line, but I'm like stretching. Like shaking it out.
Oh, wait, you didn't start yet? I feel like you started like 2 years ago, man.
Okay, maybe I did.
Yeah, I feel like Jenny is in the home stretch. I'm kidding. No, but I think it's just so cool to see you like growing, or okay, I don't want to use growing because I feel like sometimes that makes the connotation that you're like, but that people have to like grow like a certain direction.
Yeah.
No, but I think the way that you are figuring things out, whether that's for good or for worse, it's really amazing to see as like a friend because I'm literally seeing it in live time. Yeah, and like obviously from day to day it's hard to see, but like from
Yeah.
like last year Jenny to now, I'm like, whoa, who is this lady?
I'm a grandma now.
Yeah, she's a grandma, guys. Welcome to the grandma club.
I'm looking for my grandpa.
The girl, they ain't exist yet.
It's a problem because they're either too grandpa, like they're not grandpa, they're like grandpappy.
Grandpappy. What is grandpappy? Like they still have like a little fling to them.
I think I still have some I think I still have a lot of use to me. But like some men, if I really want to find a man who matches my grandma energy, sometimes they're a little too grandpa. If you know what I mean.
Oh, I see. You're
But I'm
not
like-
yet to the grandma side, girl. Come over.
You are.
Girl, I've been here since birth. I was born a grandma. My mom was probably like, "Who this man?"
You came out in a rocking chair.
Yeah, I came out like knitting.
But anyways, last thoughts.
No, I think this next episode, I think I really like the idea of the societal pressures on women versus men. So hopefully we can bring out a man.
I think it would be nice if we can.
Yeah, and if
So
not, we
that-
can just ramble about our side. Yeah,
But
but
I just don't want to make assumptions about the other gender if I'm not that other gender.
or we can talk about female perspective,
Okay.
and then the men on the other end of can be like, "Ooh, that's how women feel."
Don't you think that men already know how?
No. Nor. Here, yeah, I don't think so. I think they generally get
maybe-
the idea.
Yeah, maybe they have like a surface level
Yeah,
idea.
yeah.
of it.
I think they like especially if you have a lot of female friends, I feel like you generally have an idea, but I think if we were to layer it like day to day, like even the way our mind works, even the way like
They don't get it.
yeah, like I think they'll be like, what in the hood?
Yeah.
I mean, same thing for same thing for us though. Like I feel like if like a guy were to sit down and like walk us through his mind, like we'd be
Yeah.
like, what are you saying? You know?
I heard recently that men can literally just shut their brains off. Like when you see them, just like
Oh,
and they're
yeah.
literally not thinking anything,
Oh,
and they can go into that space.
interesting. That makes a lot of sense for a lot of guys that I've seen. They're just like, I'm like, where you at?
They're nowhere. They're literally nowhere.
So that's proven. Like it's a.
No,
Or
it's TikTok proven.
Oh, I see.
It's back with a lot of TikTok research.
Oh, I see.
Yes. But that's something that we'll talk about next month.
Yes.
But thank you so much for catching up with us today.
Thank you for sitting through our crazy vibes that we couldn't quite get in the beginning.
Yeah, today was a little disorganized and a little chaotic, but maybe it just goes to show, like, maybe it's just like a reflection of how we really do feel about entering our late 20s. Yeah.
Yeah, we want to visually show you guys.
Yeah, this is how we're just artists like that.
We're artists.
We're artisans.
We're artisans.
But anyways, thank you.
Thank you.